Mic test. Test. Microphone test. Mic test. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting a new series called 5 Minute Fridays, where every single week I'll sit down and talk for 5 minutes about something either you guys have asked me, or my friends have asked me, or something I wanted to share with you guys. So why am I starting this series? The short answer is basically to force myself to upload more consistently. In other words, I'm intentionally setting a very low bar for myself so that it's easy for me to upload consistently every single week. And that kind of brings me to the topic of this video. But before that, hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Gaius. I'm a Singaporean waiting to study at the National University of Singapore in 2021. I make weekly videos documenting things I've learned and basically I document myself trying to be a more effective and better person, I guess. So, why would you want to set easy goals for yourself? I think there's this entire movement which glorifies setting difficult goals for yourself. So people like to say stuff like, shoot for the moon. If you miss, at the very least, you'll land among the stars. So, scientifically that's probably wrong because I think the stars are actually further from us than the moon. But that's beside the point. Either way, there seems to be this mindset that it's beneficial for us to aim high so that even if we fail high, if that makes any sense. However, this doesn't really take into account behavioral psychology, which basically determines and dictates human behavior. The reality is that if we set difficult goals for ourselves, it's very likely we'll end up not even starting on the goals we plan for ourselves. Because if the goal seems too difficult and it seems too out of reach, we won't be motivated to try in the first place, and thus we won't actually make any progress towards our goal. For instance, for this channel, if my goal is to upload a highly produced video like Daniel Tamago or Dagoyaki every single week, I don't think I'll ever be able to start making YouTube videos. Like, just thinking about it makes me feel tired and unmotivated. However, if instead my goal was to upload 5-minute videos where I just sit in front of the mic and camera and just start talking, I think it's a lot easier for me to sustain such a goal and convince myself to get up and do it every single week. Another way I've applied this principle to my life is actually through exercise. So I used to work out 2 to 3 times a week, and during those 2 to 3 sessions a week, I'll push myself really, really hard. But what ends up happening every single time is there'll be days where I end up choosing to skip the gym when I'm supposed to go. And I think a large reason for that is because going to the gym felt like this really difficult thing to do, because I know when I go to the gym, I'll be pushing myself 110% in order to get the goals and results that I want. Having to push myself to 100% each time made me feel really tired just thinking about it, and led to a lot of procrastination on my part. Also, going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week makes it very easy for me to tell myself, hey, it's okay if I miss the gym session because there are still 7 days in the week. And often what will happen is I'll end up waiting till the end of the week and I'll go to the gym on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Inevitably, I'll end up actually not going at all. Now instead, I try to do a small amount of exercise no matter how little it is. So I set a very low bar for myself. So I have a kettlebell and dumbbell at home. So every day I try to do just some push-ups, shoulder presses, bicep curls, and some kettlebell swings. And that way, by setting the bar extremely low for myself, I end up being more consistent. So part of this is actually out of necessity because gyms are closed in my country for now. But I think that this idea of working out daily and building a habit that way, instead of trying to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week to get the most optimal time to result ratio, I guess, or time to output ratio, is probably less effective than just doing it daily consistently. What I'm trying to say is that it's probably better that I do some daily exercise every day if it means that I'll be consistent with it, rather than trying to force myself to do things in the most effective way possible if it means that I'll end up not actually following through. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that it's a lot better for you to structure your life in a way where you can have a lot of small wins along the way and set very easy goals for yourself to achieve, because that way, the feeling of winning every single time you accomplish your goal will keep you sustained and will allow you to continue working towards your goals more sustainably. So I think I read this in Atomic Habits or the 4-Hour Body, but apparently if you want to build a habit, you need about 5 repetitions for it to actually start sticking. So because of that, I think it's worth making things easy for yourself just so that you get that 5 repetitions in. For example, if you're trying to build a habit of going to the gym, it's probably a good idea for you to just set the bar extremely low and tell yourself that you're going to go in there for at least 5 minutes, or to do a 5-minute workout, or to do one exercise. That way, you're more likely to be consistent because for you to win, all you need to do is to show up at the gym. And when you show up at the gym, it's likely you'll be doing more than just one exercise. So kind of like how I set this target for myself to do a little bit of exercise every single day. I often actually end up doing more than I intend to, just because since I'm already started, I might as well continue. But at the same time, I have very little excuse not to do at least that little bit of exercise because the bar is already extremely low. If you want to study more, I actually recommend just reading your notes or doing practice paper for 25 minutes a day. And I recommend doing this after breakfast. So this makes things easier in two ways. So firstly, like we previously discussed, it lowers the barrier to entry because if you know that you'll only be studying for 25 minutes, it doesn't feel that difficult. You just need to sit down for 25 minutes and do your work. It doesn't matter how much you finish or how much you absorb. You just need to sit there for 25 minutes and it's considered a win. The second way this makes it easier is because you're tying in the act of studying into an existing habit you already have. I'm assuming most of you guys eat breakfast. If you don't, then maybe you can tie it in with lunch or something. By tying in studying with an existing habit, it makes it easier because when you eat breakfast, it sort of acts as a cue for you to start studying. Ultimately, I think people are more a sum of their habits than they are the individual acts they have performed. I think it's worth setting goals that are extremely easy for yourself that you can continue working on towards every single day. Setting the bar as low as possible is a good thing if it means that you'll actually be consistent. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hopefully I actually kept it to less than 5 minutes. I'll leave a playlist of videos here for you guys to check out. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe and comment whatever sort of videos you guys want me to make. Thank you so much for watching.